Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Despite getting a flu shot, many in southern Kentucky are still getting sick. Hear from health officials about the recent spike coming up.
Lexington police believe the two shootings that happened this weekend on Freeman Drive are connected. We'll have details about this investigation.
Big changes blowing into the Bluegrass State. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey, tracking the potential for some wintry weather showing up in the 7-day forecast. That is straight ahead at WKYT News at 4:30, and it starts right now.
Good afternoon. Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott reporting the flu is keeping doctors busy. In one southern Kentucky town, for example, a nursing home has been especially hard hit.
Yeah, more than a dozen residents of the Summerwoods nursing home are sick, and the illness has even impacted several staff members as well. WKYT's Phil Pendleton talked with officials about the flu in Somerset. It's our top story at 4:30.
Officials with the Lake Cumberland Health Department say because of the large number of cases within one facility, they are classifying this as an outbreak. 14 residents and 3 staff members of the Summerwoods Nursing and Rehab Facility have tested positive for the influenza A virus. And that's happening despite what the facility tells us was broad use of the 2014 vaccine. Some of the residents have been hospitalized, but any more specific information about their conditions is not being released because of privacy laws.
So we're working very closely with them to instill isolation procedures, do cleaning of the facility, and they've been very proactive and cooperative with that, and we're hopeful that will contain this illness.
Summerwoods did release a statement saying that this only impacted about 2.5% of the population, and they are working with the medical director as well as the Lake Cumberland Health Department to try to control the spread of this virus. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
And health officials remind everyone to make sure that they get their flu shots. Well, if you have done some things outside, get them done this afternoon. Rain will be moving in tonight.
Beautiful afternoon out there. Let's check in with our Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey on what we can expect the rest of the day. Chris?
Yeah, rain's getting awfully close now to much of the Bluegrass region. Coming at us from the west and southwest, it's a scattering of showers initially that'll increase as we go deeper into the evening. Here's Kentucky's most powerful live Doppler radar. We call it Live First Alert Defender, and that sweep is indeed picking up on a little band that is increasing with some of those rains to the west of Campbellsville, Lebanon, into Marion County, Liberty, Casey County. Put a track on that. Moving off quickly to the northeast, and that should be hitting Campbellsville in a matter of minutes. Eventually towards Springfield, Liberty, and Harrodsburg coming up over the next hour and change. So as they were mentioning, if you have something to do outside, go ahead and get after it. Another little band of some showers down the Bluegrass Parkway that'll roll its way on to the northeast. That little sliver of clearing, the sunshine we had earlier in the day, now is across parts of eastern Kentucky. But we look back to the west, and it's scattered showers, so nothing that is awfully impressive as of yet, though. Rain on the increase on your weather headlines. As the rains increase, the temperatures are going to go the other way. We've got some colder air on the way. And guys, I'm even talking about a winter weather potential for the end of the week into the weekend when I come back in less than 10 minutes.
See you then, Chris. Thank you. Lexington police are investigating 2 weekend shootings in one neighborhood.
Saturday night, police were called out to a house on Freeman Drive for a report of shots fired. They found about a half-dozen bullet holes in the house. Then on Sunday night, the bullets were flying again. Kristen Kennedy talked to the victim.
Police say the shooters targeted a home Saturday night and a vehicle Sunday night, both on Freeman Drive.
I was sitting like right here by the window. I seen the first shot dropped. I mean, I just hit the floor.
James Mullins was home when someone fired shots at his house Saturday night. Luckily, he wasn't injured and neither were any of his neighbors. He says Sunday night he was just a few blocks away from his house on Freeman Drive when they fired at his car. The shooters didn't hurt him or his passengers, but police say they did hit a truck parked nearby. The homeowner says the bullets smashed his son's side mirror and hit a side door. Mullins doesn't want his neighbors to feel unsafe.
I don't understand why he's shooting in general. I mean, you know, you got a grudge against me, what you taking it out on everybody else for? I mean, you know, you sitting there putting other people's life in jeopardy. You know, you just counting up your wanted endangerment charges, dog.
Even though the victim tells us he knows who did it, police have not yet made any arrests. In Lexington, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
And neighbors say the owner of the truck caught in the crossfire does have insurance and is working with them to fix his vehicle. A University of Pikeville student athlete will be honored during a memorial today. Tyler Williams died from injuries suffered in an ATV accident on Friday night. He played baseball for UPike. The memorial service is in less than 30 minutes at 5 o'clock at the University Chapel. Lexington shelters are seeing more homeless veterans. The Hope Center is seeing about 20% more veterans staying at their facility every night. It's the same at the Community Inn in Lexington. The Community Action Council is hoping to help out by providing backpacks with toiletries for homeless veterans. This is a project they have done in the past, but they've never been this behind with backpack donations.
This is a small thing that we can do, that we're doing for a bigger problem. The bigger conversation is what can we do to address the needs of our veterans so they won't end up homeless.
Amber's at the live desk now with our investigative reporter Miranda Combs with more on this story that she's working on for 6 o'clock tonight. Amber?
Sam, thank you. So I guess the obvious first question to start off, why is there an increase in homeless veterans here that are in Lexington?
One of the community leaders I spoke to said, it may just be their personalities, the fact that in the summertime they like to stay out, they'll sleep outside. In the wintertime they can't do that, so they come into the shelter. So that would be the increase for this season. However, there's continued to be an increase over the past years, and for that reason they're not real sure about right now.
Absolutely. So now one group stepping in, just trying to help any way they can, right?
The Community Action Council, actually, they've done it for a few years, this Back a Vet program where people can donate backpacks, but this year their donations are apparently way down, which obviously with what we were just talking about, the fact that there are more homeless veterans this year than ever here in Lexington is a big problem. So we'll break that down and talk a little more about that at 6.
Obviously we cover this a lot, the homelessness issue here in Lexington, and now the city is getting involved, right?
Well, interestingly, next month they're starting this Housing First project here in Lexington, and that's where homeless people, a group of them, may not go into shelters but go straight into housing. And they told me today over the phone, the city of Lexington said, in fact, they are going to put priority on these veterans. That's how big of a priority it is to them right now as well.
Well, you hate to think about anyone being homeless this time of season or any time of year, so we'll look forward to that report coming up tonight at 6. Sam?
Miranda. This 4-year-old from Ohio might be the youngest fashion designer in the world. Coming up, we'll tell you about her recently signed deal with J. Crew.
Sydney Kaiser may be the youngest fashion designer in the world.
This is pretty incredible. The 4-year-old from Ohio recently signed a deal with J. Crew to help create a new line of clothing for kids. Jerika Duncan spent the day with the young designer.
Let's get to work. To understand how Sydney Kaiser works.
Is that how you want it?
Oh, yeah. You have to watch her in action. Every morning, the 4-year-old fashion phenom creates whatever comes to mind using paper, tape, and scissors.
You got it? Be careful with those.
On this day, she decided to first make something for her imaginary sister, a mannequin she calls Mackenzie.
I think it looks good on her anyway.
Then she modeled off the dress she made for herself.
Where do you get these ideas from?
My head.
Do you practice a lot?
I practice a lot.
How many hours a day?
About 10.
10 hours a day? Woo, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Do you realize that you have a gift?
I do.
You do.
Those gifts were brought to light by Sydney's mom, Angie, who started a blog this year called Fashion by Mayhem, Sydney's nickname. But it was Angie's Instagram account which showcased Sydney's dresses where things really took off. Angie has more than 400,000 followers eager to see Sydney's original creations as well as some red carpet recreations.
It's the one that I pulled.
Last February, J. Crew's head designer, Jenna Lyons, showed a serious interest in teaming up with the 4-year-old.
That first email you got from J. Crew, you thought what?
I didn't think it was real. I mean, seriously, to know the volume of email that was coming in at the time, it was incredibly overwhelming. But that particular email definitely kind of stopped me in my tracks, and I thought, is this really real?
J. Crew flew the family to New York, where Sydney was treated like a rock star. And last week, they made it official. Fashion by Mayhem would work with J. Crew on a 2015 summer collection for kids.
Some people will look at the intricacies of the dresses that she has created and designed, and they'll say, Did she really do that? What do you say to those people?
I would say that she did not come out of the womb with little scissors and packing tape, starting off and putting these things together on her own. There are definitely dresses that I help with a lot more, but she still really has most of the creative control.
Is this from FedEx?
When Sydney's not having fun making dresses, she's busy helping her parents at their photography studio.
Here I come!
Or just being a typical 4-year-old, having a blast at the park.
Santa's Workshop is coming to life at the Faith and Community Christmas Store. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at Southland Christian Church today.
It's an annual tradition that helps many, many families across the Bluegrass every Christmas.
We are talking about the Faith and Community Christmas Store. Our Deanne Stevens is out and about at Southland Christian Church with more. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. They started setup last week, doing well in preparation for the Faith and Community Christmas Store to open up on Wednesday, but they still need donations. You ask, what is it all about? Jenny Ramsey here to tell us. The Faith and Community Christmas Store, 19th year now, continues to grow every year, which could be an indication of more people in need, too.
Well, there are. We've come back with statistics that show now that 23% of all the children in Fayette County live at or below the poverty level. And with all of the utility bills and rent, etc., families need to know there's a place they can come shop for free. We want them to have a blessed Christmas, depression-free, not worrying about where they're going to find money for their Christmas for their children. So this is the community response. Last year, over 18,000 children were shopped for. This looks like we've got a lot. We do have a lot of inventory. The generosity is wonderful, but I can promise you it's not enough.
I was going to say, it goes very fast. Tell folks how it works, because on Wednesday morning you'll open the doors. People have to have the tickets to actually be able to shop in here, but it goes fast. All of these items do.
Oh, it does, because we have so many people. We'll have 1,000 people shopping a day at the minimum, and that will be for 4 children at the minimum. So what we're talking about is that there will be gifts flying out of this wonderful Winterland toy store here at Southland Christian Church, going to be able to be under folks' tree on Christmas morning. I can't say enough about Southland Christian partnering with us with this space. This space is wonderful. It allows us to be able to have sorting, people being able to shop with dignity, people, as they wait, there's food, they get to get coats for themselves, books for their children, all these things that can happen because we've got this wonderful space and the folks in the community who support the 19th annual Faith and Community Christmas Store.
Okay, you too can support the 19th annual Faith and Community Christmas Store, and they want you to do that. Drop off donations between now and Friday. Bring them. You can drop them off even while the store is open. It's simple to do. It's at the top area of Southland Christian Church, located here on the Richmond Road campus. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
Much hard work goes into that. A lot of elves doing a lot of work over there.
And it's filling up by what you can see, so they can use more.
Well, Annie is getting a makeover, and Oprah takes a look back at a key moment in the civil rights movement.
Suzanne Marquez has your eye on entertainment.
Stars of the new historical film Selma were on the red carpet Sunday night. The drama is based on the 1965 voting rights marches in Selma, Alabama, led by Martin Luther King Jr. Oprah Winfrey produced the film and also plays a woman who tries to register to vote but is stopped by the local sheriff.
It's one of the important stories of our history, and it's important not just for African American people, obviously, to know it, but it's important for our country.
The film opens Christmas Day.
Whoa, my hair is gigantic.
Little Orphan Annie gets a whole new look this week. The new version of the popular musical stars Quvenzhané Wallis as Annie, who's not an orphan but a foster child this time, and Jamie Foxx as the Daddy Warbucks character named Will Stacks.
Annie's a strong girl, and she doesn't let anything get in her way, and Miss Hannigan kind of got in her way of finding her parents, so she just went around her and found her way.
Cameron Diaz plays Miss Hannigan in the film, which opens Friday. The long-awaited new trailer for Insurgent is out, the second film in the Divergent series. And the new installment raises the stakes for Tris, played by Shailene Woodley, as the factions of society face off against each other. Insurgent hits theaters nationwide on March 20th. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Suzanne Marquez, CBS News, Hollywood.
What was supposed to be a romantic moment turned destructive. The story behind this epic marriage proposal failed. That's ahead.
It's about time we had a nice Monday. You know, sun was out. Pretty nice out there.
I'll take it, Chris Bailey. Any more coming our way?
No. No, that's pretty much it. We're one and done with it, and clouds are back into town. Rain not too far behind, but it is a good looking for many of us, he says, or most of us, many of us, whatever. Driving home this afternoon, good looking evening commute taking shape for Covington, Frankfort, Richmond, and Lexington. Everybody in the upper 40s, Richmond right at 50 degrees. We have the clouds increasing. Frankfort and Lexington, rain's not too far away from us to our west and southwest, and even there, it is just a couple of showers that are beginning to pick up in coverage and intensity. That is working its way in from southwest to northeast, so into parts of the Lexington metro. We should see those raindrops arriving over the next 1 to 2 hours, and they've got some friends coming in behind them, guys.
All right, thanks so much. A baby that has a knack for timing and a proposal disaster. It is the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
Okay, listen to these numbers. The time and date aligned for a baby girl born in Montana, and the infant's weight came close to making the event even more unique. Quincy Kessler was born at St. Vincent Healthcare in Billings at 10:11 a.m. Saturday, which was 12/13/14 on the date. Even more remarkable, her birth weight at 7.84 pounds, almost aligned with the other numbers, almost. The next sequential date won't happen until January of 2103, 89 years from now.
Wow, what a special little bundle of joy. Well, it is supposed to be one of the most memorable moments of your life, and this outlandish marriage proposal was, but for a different reason. A man in the Netherlands tried to propose to his girlfriend by using a giant crane to lower himself into her backyard, but the crane tipped over and landed on a house. Now, there is some good news in all of this. No one was hurt, and she said yes. The happy couple quickly left for a romantic honeymoon to Paris and left the mess for someone else to clean up. Not the way you want to treat your neighbors, right?
I don't know if that was too sporting. Okay. Well, good luck on the rest of their life.
Yeah, absolutely. On that note, stick with us. Here's what we're working on for you now at 5 o'clock.